And we are live. Hey guys, this is Any Chat General Discussion. Sasaki here. Let's see. I have Lucas with me. Lucas, that's your cue.
My name is Lucas. Sorry, I was reading a message, so I kind of zoned out. But I'm here now. We're going to talk about some awesome stuff. Maybe even talk about Civil War. Maybe.
I would say don't, because 2 days in OP, we got Kellen.
We're going to talk about anime, Michael.
Oh, okay. I thought he was watching hentai. That's good. He replied. All right, we have Alex.
Hey.
Alrighty. And as I said, I'm Sasaki, and my job is to disagree with everything everyone says, so that arguments still ensue, no matter what the situation is. Alright, so the topic that got voted highest by everyone is what makes a good antagonist? And
it isn't being Obito.
Oh man, please don't bring that up. Please. We can't just diss Naruto 5 seconds in. We have to wait at least 10 minutes.
What makes a good antagonist?
Yes, like what makes him fun? What makes him entertaining? What makes you want to root for him over the protagonist? What makes you want to hate him? What makes you want to love him? All sorts of things that be considered good about antagonists.
No, this is going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
He has to be charismatic. I mean, when you see him, you have to either be well. He needs one or two things. He has to be so evil that it legitimately makes you that he pretty much scares you into liking him, or he has to have a really good reason to be doing what he's doing. I think those are two major factors, because they're just people who are evil just to be evil, but they're so entertaining that they still make great villains, like Dio.
Hey man, if you had your head chopped off and you were kept in a jar with a Joestar, I'd be pretty salty and evil when I came out too. Shout out to spoilers. I didn't mean to do that. I think that's like part 2 for part 3 spoilers. Whoops.
Yeah, every time he's on screen, he just has to have this like presence that you don't want to fuck with this guy because he's just the way he is. He's that specific. He has that specific persona that he's just someone that you wouldn't want to be around.
Well, yeah,
whether he's funny or completely serious, it doesn't matter. Like he just has to have like it, like it's really hard to judge because there are so many different villains that are great, that are highly diverse, like Pain, and then Dio, and then Frieza, who I thought was a great villain. So, yeah, anybody else want to talk?
Yeah, Alex has said something, but it was kind of silent.
I'm fixing my mic.
Frieza's great.
All right.
There you go. You sound more stable.
Okay. I'm going to disagree with what Lucas said. Basically, we're going to start with the point of the villain, which is arguably to, act as a contrast to your protagonist or your hero. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, Kellen, can you stop raping an ice bag?
I'm sorry.
He was just too excited. Anyway, essentially, what that comes down to is what's important for an antagonist is the same thing that's important for your protagonist, being depth. You need to have antagonists who are just as interesting and just as complex as the character who you're supposed to be following around for the most time. Right? And
that's what he said.
The initial disagreement was the contrast.
Yeah.
Because all right, let me put it like this: L is an antagonist.
Yes.
Okay, so we're
but you said what
just
makes a
talking about
good villain.
we're
There's
just
a
talking
difference
about
between
straight.
villains and antagonists.
We're just talking about straight antagonists or villains.
Antagonists, but
So
villains are the easy.
So antagonists in general.
Yes, but you mentioned the villain aspect, which is fine considering that's in most cases the antagonist.
Okay.
Actually, the terms are almost synonymous.
Because I don't think a villain needs to contrast the hero necessarily.
The antagonist doesn't need to contrast the hero.
Well, if your antagonist isn't acting at some sort of contrast to your hero, your series is bad.
He by that he means like there wouldn't be any reason for them to fight if they just didn't totally disagree on something. Like I'm gonna blow up the world. Okay. That'd literally be what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, like, basically the only situation where you would have a series in which, you know, you have an antagonist and you have a protagonist, yet they don't fundamentally oppose to some extent, is, like, they have completely different agendas, but the ripple effect from one doing one thing affects the other. And then you as like an audience would be able to see the connection, but you know the characters in the world wouldn't be able to see the connection.
Yeah.
And you know that's all good for something that's experimental, but you know, in terms of compelling narrative, it would have to be really well written.
I think that's pretty much Survivor in a nutshell.
Durara, the central antagonist, is Isaiah, but he has no. Mikado technically is supposed to be the main protagonist, but Durara is a show that is basically everybody is a protagonist and an antagonist in their own like way. It's complicated because the story literally drives on everyone's connections to each other.
This is because Durarara is a narrative from multiple perspectives.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm staying slightly silent because I'm trying to get, you know, since you guys didn't study, I'm trying to, like, cram a little bit of the battle into you right now by finding videos for you that are really short. So, Kelly, if you could go for me while I find the stuff for you guys, that'd be amazing.
Wait, what makes a good villain?
Yeah, you go before me, because I'm doing something.
Alright, cool. I feel like a villain needs one of two things. They either need to be so fucking fun to watch that you don't care if they're evil. Kind of like Byakuran, if any of you have seen him in Reborn.
Yes.
Or they need to have or they need to be complex, is what everybody wants in a villain. Sometimes I feel more attracted to a villain that I can connect with rather than a villain that I don't give two fucks about.
I mean, not.
For example,
Not necessarily.
Madara. I like Madara as a villain because he has a fucked up past, and I can legitimately understand why he's doing the shit he's doing.
But you can't relate to Obito, who's doing this because his girlfriend, who wasn't actually his girlfriend, had something happen to her. Spoilers for Naruto.
Personally, I never had a girlfriend die.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Obito.
Obito's a whiny bitch. That's different.
Here's the thing about Obito. If I was in Obito, I can't speak for everyone, but if I was in Obito's shoes, I don't think I'd try to take over the world because my 12-year-old crush died.
Hey man, he never got the booty. He's kind of upset about that.
And here's the thing. Obito never bothered to ask Kakashi why he killed Rin.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned, Kakashi got the booty. He didn't, and then he killed Rin so that Obito couldn't. That is obviously what is going through Obito's head. Obviously.
I think we've covered all of the what makes a good villain.
Except
So-
I haven't gone yet.
All right. Stop paying attention to the debate that we're probably not even gonna have anyway, and fucking go.
All right. I like how you were talking during my part and then blaming me after I finished because I jumped back into the conversation. Okay, so I like antagonists that aren't exactly evil, but they somewhat conflict with the main character. Because those are the most fun, because, like, main character's like, why are you doing this? And it's like, because I want to. It's not necessarily evil, but what they're doing conflicts with what the main character believes is good. Prime example, kirei and Gilgamesh during the Fate Stay Night with Shiro. Like, Gil wants to purge the world of all the Mongols and just have the strong ones survive so that he can rule that. Kirei just wants to see stuff blow up. Just exclusively wants to see the Grail just explode. And Shiro's like, why you do this? And Gil and Kirei Kotomine is like, why not? Gilgamesh is entertaining because of his extremely arrogant personality and the way he handles situations. Kirei is just fun because having a sadist kung fu priest with, projectiles and a bunch of command spells running around beating up Japanese schoolgirls and Japanese schoolboys is quite fun, actually. Scar is a good one because Scar, although his intentions are good to purge the world from alchemy, because as what he's seen, alchemy can, destroy an entire people. Alchemy can destroy, cause wars. Alchemy can, do all this terrible stuff. Like, you see, but he has a one-sided view that contrasts with Ed, Ed's like, alchemy can help me get my body back. Alchemy can do good. Whereas, for Scar, for most of the series, alchemy... Holy crap, what are you doing?
Sorry. Carry on.
Okay. Whereas Scar only sees the bad parts of alchemy. And it creates this conflict for when they fight. And that's why they're fighting. Like, for example, the scene when Scar kills a certain little chimera because the chimera can't be fixed. And he believes it to be a spawn of evil, whereas Ed's like, alchemy got her into this, alchemy can fix it. Just their two different perspectives provide like a two-sided view that you wouldn't get if you just had like an antagonist who was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill her because killing.
I like how Ed is a agnostic even though he's seen God.
He's met God like twice. 3 times if you count when a father absorbed God. Because God's like, yeah, I'm God. I'm also called the truth, the gate. And then Ed's like, okay, well, what can I get from my brother? That's the first part. Second time, he's like, I want my brother's body back. And he's trash-talking God. And Ed, like, whenever, there's a funny thing is, whenever Ed makes something, like, when he made a car, he made, like, a hot rod, it always looks demonic, as almost to spite God because he's met him.
Wow.
Like, if you look at all the stuff, it looks like, there's either demons or monsters on them, as if he's trying to say, oh yeah, God, suck it. I know you don't like this stuff, but suck it. In his own, sort of Ed Elric way.
Yeah. So now that we covered all that, let's start naming like our favorite villains that we think are the best.
Alright, since Kellen's just gonna say Eisen for a majority of this group, if not all, Kellen, go ahead and say Eisen. Is Kellen dead?
Rip Kellen.
Aizen, Madara, Byakuran, and yeah, that's it.
It's a pretty short list, but okay. Luke, do you want to go?
I'd say Meruem from Hunter.
Doesn't Mariam fall into the category of evil just because?
I thought he just was. He's only evil because he's intelligent, and how he does things is based on his inquiries and what he's curious and stuff about, or something like that. Something that he's like not really evil, but he just happens to be evil because of how he does things.
He's not.
I mean, at the end,
he has
figuring
character
things out.
development. So he starts out evil, but as he starts to learn more about life, he becomes more good, if you want to put subjective words like that. But Shinobu sent tweet from Yu Yu Hakusho, and I say him because he was a spirit detective that well, spirit detectives basically they go around and hunt demons and blah 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 blah. I mean, they believe that demons are bad and everything, and that they fuck with humanity, all that good stuff. You know, demons. But then he finds a videotape called Chapter Black, and it's a documentary that shows humans torturing demons, and this fucks with him so bad because everything that he grew up believing is a lie, and now he takes the side of demons because he's seen humans torture demons.
This is kind of bullshit because you're siding with demons and they do the exact same shit.
No, but his thinking was that all demons were bad, and not all demons in Yu Yu Hakusho are bad.
Just like not all humans are like that. So
Yes,
his logic is
yes,
flawed.
that's true. But he was lied to by society. So if you grew up thinking, okay, let me put it like this. I don't want to bring religion to this, but if you grew up believing that God is real, right? And every Christian has told you God is real, blah blah blah, and then one day you discovered that God isn't real, would you not be pissed off at Christians?
I wouldn't have used that example mainly because
I don't think that kind of works in this situation.
Okay, I think it works more along the lines of you have been raised and trained as a soldier that you are the one fighting for freedom. And you've been told this your entire life. You're the one fighting for freedom, fighting for peace, but you are the actual oppressor. And you end up joining the rebellion because
I don't
you
know,
are
because it
angry.
can kind of work both ways in that case too.
Yes, because
you can be fighting for freedom by taking the oppression out, or you can fight for freedom by taking out the establishment.
No, what I was saying was you are the people oppressing, you are the soldier oppressing the people. It's not you're removing the oppression. That was my point.
Here's the thing though, if you believe you're fighting for freedom, then there's gotta be some sort of oppression against you in the first place.
The resistance is what you think is the oppression, but they're not actually the oppression. That's just a perspective that you've been lied to think. It's kind of like when Sasuke thinks that, you know, the Leaf Village is evil after he finds out what they did to his brother. Even though he thought his brother was evil because his brother lied to him, and Sasuke just keeps getting lied to because Masashi Kishimoto likes playing with his characters for some stupid reason. Like, the amount of times Sasuke's been lied to and then does something because he's been lied to is ridiculous.
His ideology, fuck, I can't speak today. His ideology, you know what I'm saying.
His ideology.
Ideology. Yeah, that gets warped so bad that it ends up making him a villain. Making him a villain, trying to give demons a better life because not all of them are bad.
Why not try to get humans to stop doing that shit?
But by doing that, he's causing more problems in the human world. So I think that's what makes him such a good villain. And just his reaction with the main character, who's also a spirit detective, all of that stuff just makes him a good villain. But yeah, him. I think Aizen's a pretty cool villain. I wouldn't call him one of the best villains because he hasn't accomplished as much as other villains in his verse. Well, mainly one other villain, but so he and a lot of villains on this list. So yeah, I'm trying to think of another villain.
Kira's joining, by the way.
I want to say Pain. Pain, maybe Madara. More so Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say Pain, and then
All right, hold up. Let me introduce our member who has pulled a Kellen and has joined mid-call. Hello, Kira.
I'm so
Hi.
proud.
Hi, Kira. Have you been studying under Kellen lately?
Not really, no.
Okay, so you just decided to steal his job for the day. Okay.
we're
Alright.
currently talking about villains. Yay!
Yes, antagonists and villains.
Alright.
You kind of missed the... But we're on stating favorites, so that should be easy to jump into. Alright, let's let Lucas finish, and then you can just have your piece. Alright, Lucas, good luck. Continue, please.
I think that's it. I have like more villains, but
Magi.
I can't really like remember them right now.
If I were to say villain for Magi, I'd say like Judar. But... Because I think he's interesting.
I think Hakuryu.
Hakuryu is pretty cool, too.
But he's not really a villain. He's more of
I was gonna say, I thought he was like more of like a Seto Kaiba, except, you know, not always on the good side, mainly because he's like evil-ish.
Oh yeah,
Important
so
ish.
Kaiba's one of my favorite villains too.
Oh, alright.
And Marrakesh Star.
Alex, Kira, which one do you want to go first?
I can go.
Alright.
Alright. I'm going to say a couple of my favorite antagonists. Well, first off, Leonardo Bastario Harley. Leo represent.
That'd be one of the main antagonists in Extra.
Yep.
Fate Extra, for anyone who doesn't know. Fate Extra anime is coming out, I think, within the next 2 years. Yeah, so yeah.
Anyway, Leo, I liked Bernhard Rhodes from Kaze no Stigma just because of the interaction between him and Kazuma is just fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally.
Okay, who's raping a pillow? What's going on?
That's not me.
Not me either.
Kellen, please. We are in call. People can hear you.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Just too excited by these villains.
It's just literally a body pillow of, like a full like body pillow of Nami.
It's my Ria's body pillow.
Oh.
It's his eyes and body pillow.
And you reverse it inside out, and it's not actually Aizen. It was actually Madara all along. Okay, so Alex, continue while he rapes his body pillow.
Okay. Right, Bernhard Rhodes was great. Wrath from Full Metal Alchemist was great.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Wrath was great. Like, he totally gets overshadowed by, like, Pride and Fodder. Like, Wrath was great, like, the first half of the series.
Well, when you have grown
Remember-
God, I mean.
Remember the scene when Ling is carrying what's her face, and he's
Wow.
fighting Wrath? Yeah, and
Yeah.
Wrath is like, you know, you'd have a shot if you dropped the dead weight, and he just like is instantly in Ling's face, and Ling's like, ah, crap. And then he flashbangs. Like, yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes, because mainly the interactions between Wrath and Ling are great, because like Ling is like peak human ninja, and then Wrath is like, oh yeah, I'm above that. Get wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah, Wrath is sick. Let's see, who else comes to mind?
Good lord.
I'm gonna go the Valentine brothers from Hellsing, because they were entertaining to watch, even though they got wrecked.
I see. I, for one, have not seen Helsing, so...
Helsing?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Wait, who do
particularly-
you mention from Helsing?
He said he liked the Valentine brothers because they're interesting.
Oh, I'd say Anderson, but
Oh, well, Anderson's more of a rival than a villain.
I guess yeah, that's true.
You know, like, yeah, he's more of a rival than a villain, even though they have the big showdown near the end. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, I might be able to scrounge up one more. Ooh, yeah, I'll go Arya Soren from Kara no Kyokai.
Oh, from whatchamacallit?
Paradox Spiral.
Oh man, that movie is so trippy. Oh my god. Like, you better be fully awake, or not drunk, or not on under the influence of anything. Actually, like, you have to be paying attention, not under the influence, and you can't be sleepy to watch that movie and for it to make any sort of sense at all. And even then, you're still like, wait, what?
The first time I watched that movie, I was like, oh, okay. And then when I watched the entire series again, I'm like, holy crap, Paradox Spiral is great.
It's probably like my second favorite.
It's so good. Anyway, yeah, I think that's my piece.
All right, so Kira, do you want to wait till after me, or do you want to go before me?
I'm kind of like compiling my thoughts at the moment, so you can go ahead.
All right, so oh, Lucas had to go, so rip Lucas.
He probably got pussy whipped by Skylar.
He said he's not feeling well, so that actually probably means booty call. Okay, so villains I like are so like I said, I like Gil and Kirei as antagonists because like they were more on chaotic rather than just pure villainy. A good example of like a shonen villain I like, because Aizen was already mentioned, is like Frieza. Frieza is just so evil, and
Frieza is one of those evil, but he's incredibly fun to watch. Villains.
Yeah, and he's so evil and entertaining. Like, I was hyped for a revival of F, to be honest, right before I watched it. And then I realized the movie is actually not Revival of Frieza. The movie's actual title is Revival of Frieza, Vegeta Gets the Shaft with Frieza.
More like a retcon of Frieza.
I think Super Frieza is pretty cool, though. But just keep in mind, his final form is actually just his true form. So it's not really a final form, it's more like, I'm actually just gonna show you what I really look like. But anyways, yeah, he was like evil, emperor. He just wanted immortality. Goku's like, heck no, fight me, mate. Frieza's like, okay, I'll fight you. And then, Goku goes Super Saiyan. Spoilers, by the way, but if you haven't seen DBZ at this point...
If you've seen DBZ, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, if you haven't seen that arc at least, because that's like the definitive arc for the rest of the entire series. Like, yeah, so I like Frieza, because he's a great shonen villain. God. I liked Itachi. I liked Kiyomaru too. Kiyomaru was interesting because of his pure-hearted devotion to Orochimaru, who he thought was like the best thing since sliced bread, as he continually wrecked Gaara and Rock Lee. Evil Gaara was a pretty good antagonist. Like, personally, I liked Evil Gaara a little bit more than I'm kind of nice now Gaara. Let's see, who else can I... Look, Father was interesting. I wouldn't say he's as good as the other homunculi, though. Mainly just because... But yeah, I like Pegasus, too. Pegasus, I can read your mind, and I'm going to cheat so hard in children's card games. Because I made the dang thing.
Unless you have the power of friendship.
Actually, it's more like you have the power to switch consciousness repeatedly to the point where even you don't know. Like, yeah, honestly, I can't complain with the way that they did that, especially with a cheat power that Pegasus had. Like, it's a somewhat legitimate way, even though you can call BS on that. But it's not like Yugi created cards that didn't exist with Heart of the Cards. Because he can do that, because Heart of the Cards. And I think... Actually, I'm going to say Shinji, but Shinji is only an antagonist because Shinji's kind of jerky. I think
We're
Kellen
talking
left...
Macho Shinji, yes.
Yes.
Shinji, though.
Shinji is pretty entertaining to watch.
Oh, yeah.
We lost Kellen, too. Probably also got a booty call from the same woman that gave Lucas a booty call.
Three-way for the win.
See, yeah, I think I've said... Yeah, just Shinji and Francis Drake, and then Shinji in general are really fun. Alright, and that means the ball is to you, Kira-chan.
Okay. Let's see. I started making a list. For, well, a lot would be the entire cast of When the Higurashi Cries, because each episode kind of goes by, and then each one of the girls ends up being their own different villain.
Yes.
Though I did drop the series for a while, I did get back into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that it's interesting that, like, the whole entire thing is, like, death, and then they kind of just come back in the next episode, which I didn't like originally, but I guess I see the premise with it.
It's different routes and how things could have gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a very popular anime at this point. Light from Death Note, I think, is a very interesting character when he did things that...
But he's the protagonist. L is the antagonist.
You can get away with calling him a villain.
Yes,
In a way.
but not antagonist. That'd be L. Nier and Mello. I mean, I'm okay with L and Mello, but if you choose Nier, I'm gonna have to cut you.
So side character, Full Metal Alchemist, Sho Tucker. Though we only really had, what was it, like 1-2 episodes?
You gotta make those grown men cry with that little girl.
Pretty much. Really because of that. Please. That makes him a good antagonist.
That
I
one
did
volume
like
arc.
Frieza as well. Gotta say.
You fool! This isn't even my final form.
Pretty much.
Like that is one of the best quotes in all of DBZ ever.
It's
Pretty
become
much.
a meme.
Like, like people who don't even like DBZ can't even argue that is like a good quote.
Just thinking off the top of my head, maybe also Diva from Blood Plus.
I see
Yeah.
all these vampire series being mentioned, and I'm just sitting here like, guys, please, I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, it's pretty much it.
All right, so do you know what that means?
What?
Q Heavy Metal. It's time for Scar versus kirei kotomine. Also, if you guys did not research, me and Alex can talk while you freaking watch the 2 videos I linked. They're around a total of 7 minutes. Not each. One's 5 and then one's 2.
I did no research. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Like I didn't I have not been checking for the updates for a while, so I didn't know there was gonna be a general discussion today. Then I log on and I'm like, oh wait, it looks like there's a discussion thing, and that's why I asked if it was versus battle or general discussion.
This is a perfect because both of them are antagonists. That's why me and Alex were like, yo, we should do this. Alex is the one who cemented the thought in my head because I was thinking it, but Alex suggested it, and I was like, you know what? Since Alex said it, let's go.
All right.
I'm
So
sorry,
Alex just...
gentlemen. I didn't mean it.
I think I'm gonna go watch those videos and come back when I'm in a decision.
Okay.
Same.
All right. So I don't know if you want to mute your mic or... Oh, they just left us. I see how it is. All right. So basically, do you know what it's basically time to explain to the audience what they can actually do? I think. For those who don't know, Scar, he uses the fundamentals of alchemy to deconstruct mid-deconstruction. So he just destroys things. Because the way that alchemy works in Fullmetal Alchemist is you analyze, deconstruct, and then reconstruct. He stops at the third step because at the beginning of the series he believes using alchemy at all for any reason is evil due to the fact that his family and his people in general were killed because of it. And his other ability is that he actually does use the third step and create things using alchemy towards the end of the series. Yeah,
So we're doing end of series Scar?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're removing we're removing not black keys. We're removing command spells from kirei because that's just not fair.
Fair
Of
enough.
course. And if we did beginning of series like Scar was a little bit more hot-headed back then.
Yeah.
Like I could totally see kirei provoking him in some sort of way.
I gotcha.
And then for physical abilities, Scar's got peak human stuff, maybe a little lower, but he can. He's got high levels of endurance, can dodge. He's got relatively good reflexes. I don't want to say athlete speed, but definitely speed of someone who's moderately worked out.
Yeah.
Kirei has physical strength equivalent to it's ×3 of around peak human, correct?
Something like that.
Yeah. So
Training, please.
yeah, he's surpassed what normal humans consider peaks. So ×3 multiplier. So I think that would be like, what was that, like 60 miles per hour max speed? 45 to 60 is what I would.
The distance between him and Kuretsugu pretty quick.
Yes, but moving at 60 miles per hour could have totally done that quite easily.
Yeah. In Heaven's Feel, when there's the whole Ilya rescue mission, he's booking
Yeah.
it. But he's not going like servant speeds.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, yeah, ×3.
anyway, yeah, that's fair enough.
So yeah, I was clocking at 45 to 60 miles per hour. If you do calculations on how fast you can move in a second with like a foot, with like feet per second, like with miles per hour, it's actually quite fast. Mainly because of miles, so many feet. He's not actually moving faster than light to anyone who would make that claim. Just kidding, Death Battle community. So yeah, that also goes for strength. So let's see. That's a little harder to amount to, essentially.
Well,
Mainly,
we're doing Prime Kirei, right?
can you repeat that?
We're doing Kirei in Prime. When he's
Yes.
in 20. Okay.
Yeah. He did break a tree with palm strength.
Yes. That was what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets tied to a tree, so he rips it in half with his hands, well tied to it.
Yeah. That is a great scene. He also proceeds to beat on women.
Yep.
Kirei is a great character, by the way. If anyone doesn't know, he's very entertaining.
Because Catholic priest.
Yes. His hobbies are watching his family members die, watching other people die, beating up women, beating up men, beating up high schoolers, and assassination. So yeah, Kirei. So basically, it's Scar's ability capabilities versus Kirei's physical and prowess in hunting people with abilities.
Does Kirei have keys, and how many?
I was gonna limit it to like, maybe under 20, because that I think that's fair because Kirei's skilled enough.
Yeah.
Scar's got his usual cloak that he can abandon if needed. You know, say a key gets caught or something. Abandon coat. Considering he's not like a spirit or anything, so he won't get pinned.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Scar could easily do, you know, kick the dust up with destroying the ground. Because this does take place in a modern Tokyo, so I'm going to assume like alleyways.
Okay.
Mainly because fighting in the street is kind of impractical, and I highly doubt Scar or Kirei would prefer to fight there.
Yeah.
So yeah, alleyways. Scar can easily, you know, drop buildings, but Kirei is not going to stand around long enough. He's obviously going to be feinting, dodging, keeping an eye on what Scar is doing, trying to cut the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Scar's probably going to stay low to the ground to keep his hands in places so he could build a wall or destroy things if needed.
So are we using, you know, Kirei's normal arsenal, as in, you know, he's got a body armor under his priest frock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I assume if like he got his hand on Kirei, it would just destroy the armor first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kirei's got more than just get one shot protection. And then Scar's got his building capability, which he can use to kind of avoid and give himself time to think for Kirei, but Kirei is not dumb.
Yep.
Kirei will be, you know, actively moving and thinking of ways to take him out, as Kirei is a executioner of mages. Woot woot. But it's not like Scar hasn't fought, you know, physically strong opponents or people who have like amazing capabilities, as he did kill like tons of alchemists on a regular basis, ones who were even considered more powerful than like the Colonel.
Yeah.
He's also handled Wrath, which is kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think this is actually really good for a fight. I kind of want to wait, but I didn't expect him to take so long. I mean, it's 7 minutes total. Oh, okay, yeah, they're probably watching porn. I'm gonna just put that out there. Sorry.
Confirmed.
Didn't mean to out you guys. I know hentai's great and all, but come on. God. Let's see. Here's those messages. Alright, it appears Kira is done with the Scar video.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen is probably with his body pillow, spending personal time.
Hey man,
Shout out to
everybody needs it.
my body pillow has no people covering it, mainly because I have a back problem, and I just actually need a body pillow. Also, my mom said I wasn't allowed to get anyone on my body pillow. Shout out to random facts about me. God.
Can't even get kirei kotomine on your body pillow. 0 out of 10.
We should talk about Golden Sun.
Should talk about Golden Sun.
Alright.
So, basically at this point, you know, basically the entire, all the members of the Saiyan fandom were like, the series is dead, rip.
Yeah, art has
Like
died
that.
off.
Yep, like no news for 6 years, no inclusion in the new Smash Bros. Game. It's dead.
Last appearance in
on Virtual Console, like
yeah,
rip and Golden Sun.
last appearance in anything outside of the actual 3 games was Isaac in Smash, and 90% of the people playing Smash had no idea who Isaac was.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Brawl. For anyone guessing, that's a long time ago. And it's not like they're doing anything in their power to revive the franchise.
Yeah. The creators said that they'd do a 4th game if there was, you know, enough interest for it. And I mean, Golden Sun has a dedicated fan base, but like the first game came out in like early 2000s.
And everyone stuck around into the 2010s.
Yeah, but I mean, it's coming down to this. Like, who are you marketing, E10 plus, RPGs to? It's not people who were, 13 13 plus when Golden Sun 1 came out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because those people are like well into their 20s now.
And they're like, what the heck, Camelot? What the heck,
Yep.
Nintendo? Nintendo and Camelot are just sitting on their hands.
Yeah. So, means no Golden Sun for us. I mean, that's a pity because that series had really good lore, really interesting characters.
Save for Reef. I hate you, Reef.
Reeve. I'm gonna level with you. The third game was not as good as the first two, but it was
Yes,
okay.
well, of course. I mean, like, when you take a, 10-year hiatus, and then you're experimenting with stuff. 10 years is the exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
Well,
And then you...
7.
Yeah, and then you experiment with a ton of stuff. Yeah, sometimes you do fall flat on your face, but it didn't. It tripped a little bit and grabbed onto a shelf and didn't fall completely.
Yeah,
It was...
and like there was a lot of stuff that Dark Dawn did really well. Like I liked the Sun Saga books that literally just gave you a cute storybook, cutscene when you read it that gives you backstory to the series, as you're going along playing this RPG with fabulous mechanics, even if the game is a little easy.
Yes, and that's great for people who haven't played the first two games. Or just like, this game is cheap and on DS, and it's an RPG. Let me play it. AKA me. I played the game series backwards, so yeah, so I went Dark Dawn, The Lost Age, and then Golden Sun. Which I have not beaten Lost Age or Golden Sun, mainly because every time I leave it for more than 3 days, I forget exactly what I was doing because the world is so vast.
Yeah, I mean, for a freaking GBA game, The Lost Age has a huge world. Like, I'm talking like Star Ocean 2 levels of big. Well, yeah, it's actually pretty close.
I need to buy Golden Sun because that's the only one I don't have, the original. That's the only one I don't own, rather. I'm familiar with what happens in it, but I need to own it, or I'm going to go insane.
It's good. It's good. It's a really good game. Let me put it like this. I beat Golden Sun, probably 3 or 4 times before I wound up getting The Lost Age. And it cemented itself as, one of my favorite RPGs because it's that good. And then I got The Lost Age when I was in high school, and I'm like, holy crap, this game is amazing. Because
Yes.
it was. It's literally the first Golden Sun, but everything is better.
Yes, which is why I was scared to get, Golden Sun, because I got the peak game. I got the peak game. I have, actually, let me put it like this. I have the peaked game, and I have the smoothest mechanics game. So going back to the OG game might be a little hard for me, but I did the exact same thing with Mega Man Star Force. So, yeah. Mega Man Star Force got shafted with a trilogy. Okay, Kira came back. Kira, I love you. Thank you so much.
Hello.
We've been awkwardly talking, but it's not awkward since we're talking about Golden Sun, and Golden Sun's amazing.
I still have not played it. I just wanted to join.
Good. Because
Go
we
play
needed you...
Golden Sun, then come back.
We'll be waiting for the next 3 years, Alex. And that's just for the dialogue, not the actual gameplay.
Game is deep.
Yeah, okay, let me put it like this. If you're not used to chatting in games, oh my god. You will be in such agony.
I think I'll be used to it because of all the Fire Emblem.
Oh, it makes Fire Emblem dialogue look like it's nothing.
Oh god.
It's like
sitting here reading text for 20 minutes in one cutscene.
It's like a novel essentially,
Oh
but
my God.
it's really fun. But that okay, yeah. So what was your opinion on Scar and Kirei's abilities?
Let's see.
Literally forgets video 5 seconds after watching them.
Oh, I thought it was the two separate battles.
Yeah,
Shit.
no. It's Scar versus Kirei.
Oh, well, I was thinking of their
Dude, which
separate
one?
battles in their own universes by themselves.
This is what happens when Alex is the only one who listens to me.
We
This
just
is the first time I have not listened to you, so
Yeah, I know. Rip Kira, my heart is broken.
I'll
I
be
had
coming
faith in.
back again because I have to rewatch the videos.
Oh my god. All
Because
right,
I
we
was
still.
watching it because I was thinking I had to look at it by their own separate battles and then choose who.
But why would I give you their own wiki pages?
I saw two different YouTube links, not Winky
Did you?
pages.
There's a wiki page under each one, and I said there, that's for Scar. There, that's for Kirei.
Well, I'll be gone again.
Oh my god, Kira's breaking my heart. She's
Death
broke
battle
my heart.
confirmed.
She broke my heart 7 times in that one sentence. I didn't listen to what you said, Kyosuke. I thought they were different things, Kyosuke. I'm going to leave again. Alright, back to Golden Sun. So yeah, Golden Sun's swaggin'.
Yeah.
Shout out to our profile pictures being Golden Sun.
Yep.
Dark Dawn, by the way. Shout out to Kurumi Erica for making these pictures. I wish you made the entire crew, and I wish you made more than just from the Lost Age and the original Golden Sun than Isaac and Jenna, but I appreciate this.
The totes would have been Felix or Alex, because shout out to Alex chat.
So yeah, I think my favorite water adepts are just Piers and Amidi, because okay, excluding Alex, because Alex isn't actually in the party, even though he probably was going to be.
In the source code for the Lost Age, there's a alternate Alex sprite that was probably going to be a party member.
So there's also a Link sprite. There's so much stuff. Yeah, I read this like a couple of years ago, and then you showed me the video like last year.
Yep.
So yeah, Amidi thought he was Jesus, but he's actually just one of the main character's children. And this main character isn't actually playable. Shout out to anyone who thinks you were going to be able to play Alex. I'm going to laugh in your face repeatedly. Hope you like Piers, though. Piers is pretty cool.
Piers has
don't-
both.
Yeah. And he ships in it.
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah,
also,
confirmed.
don't expect anything of Reef. Literally, you know the feeling when Donald heals you after you heal yourself? That is Reef
In a
times
nutshell.
10. It is literally Reef times 10, except you have control of him.
Reef is his mom, but not as good and boring.
Reef also gets one shot by everything, even if you give him his top tier stuff. His heals are not even as good as Amidi's heals. Like, the Aqua Lord class just has the best solo heal, and he's not even a healing class.
Shout out to the class system in Golden Sun.
It's based on Jins, which are essentially little Pokemon you equip to yourself. To anyone who wants a condensed version.
Yeah, and basically by equipping Jin, you can shift characters through multiple class trees. Some classes are exclusive to them. Some classes can be, done by certain specific members of the party.
Yeah.
And it's really complicated because you can use Jin as abilities, spending them, but you'll down class in the middle of battle, and some enemies' effects will affect the Jin you have equipped to force you to down class.
And when you use a Jin, you can then use it as points to summon a powerful monster.
Yeah.
And then it is set on cooldown. And while on cooldown, you are absolute trash.
Because well, cooldown, you're downclassed, except you don't have any options. You just have to wait.
Yep. Fortunately, they're not total jerks and made you wait like 5 turns. It's 1 or 2.
Well, unless you're using super god tier summons, then it's like 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you can summon the djinns after you've used them once.
Yep.
Yeah, the summon system's really cool. Just don't get djinn stormed.
Don't get Djinn Storm.
Djinn storm just takes away all your djinn and makes you essentially the equivalent of your level 1 selves. Or at least it feels like that as the boss smacks your face in.
Yeah, and another thing, the summons do % health damage for your enemies, right? But boss level enemies have their own summons that do
Yes.
% health damage versus you, and they can use them like 3 times in 1 turn.
And they usually have one random one-shot move.
Yeah,
And it's AoE.
and the high tier ones have Djinn Storm, which wrecks your life.
Yes. Makes you cry. Also, don't use Hemi and Reflate Game except for Revive Bot. Like, if you're using them for anything else, you're going to be sorely disappointed with your life. Sorely disappointed with
My
your life.
tier party in Dark Dawn was Matthew, Iolio, Sveta, and Amidi, because the second half of your party is so much better than the first half, except for Matthew, because Soulblade.
Yes. Mine is actually Amidi, Sveta, Tyrell, Matthew. And I just like having Tyrell and Matthew because they nuke.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Aeolio and Chorus are still really useful. Chorus being the AoE healer. She, in my opinion, she actually goes pretty good with Sveta too, because like you use her djinns, Sveta can do a summon, and then or Sveta can just do Beast Storm as you use wind djinns on Chorus, so that you just have your wind damage still there on top of Sveta smacking people in the face.
Shout out to Beast Form, because Sveta's the best character in your party.
Sveta, well, I still think Soulblade is the most practical one. Soulblade Matthew combo, because
Right.
like
Soulblade, when you use Megiddo, it has the best DPS in game. But when you can just go into Beast Form and then AoE for as much damage as Megiddo hits to everything.
the reason I point that out is because your djinn get taken away.
True.
That is a major deduction, especially when Sveta gets back into base form.
Yes, but
My thing is just Matthew is more consistent. That's the thing. That was the only thing. Also, Matthew learns Revive because he's a Earth type guy, meaning he just does all the jobs on your party. He tanks. He does tons of damage. He tanks again. He revives your party. The only thing he doesn't do is heal, but you can fix that easy.
yes.
So, actually, I take that back. He can do everything, actually. Just not as good in one particular thing as someone else in the party is.
This is true. Another really cool thing about Golden Sun is, well, it might seem easiest just to, equip your Earth characters with just a bunch of Earth gen, equip your Water characters with a bunch of Water gen. You actually get way better stats and cooler moves if you mix it up, but you get punished a lot heavier if you use your Djinn for various things, or if you get Djinn Stormed, because it screws up your entire class tree. So you're like swapping in between classes in mid-battle.
So, Sveta, Reef, and Hemi, well, Reef and Hemi more in particular, they seem to benefit significantly, mainly because their stats suck from like having multiple Djinn.
Mm-hmm.
So like people on my team with multiple gen are Sveta, because you told me about that special branch that I ended up doing.
Gladiator Sveta, man, it's so worth.
Sveta, Hemi, Reef, and then I like Tyrell and Alio as just pure fire, mainly because the fire moves are really freaking cool.
Yeah.
I go Matthew Full Earth just because Matthew Full Earth just works. Amidi, Aqua Lord is like, in my opinion, probably one of his best classes, period.
Yeah, I will agree for those melee classes, just going straight their element is typically pretty good. But,
COARSE?
That said, you can also make, Matthew or Ronin and then Megiddo people for a ton of freaking damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because your attack is through the roof.
Shout out to Matthew with Soul Blade being the most broken combo in the Golden Sun games. Like, seriously though, please.
No, Felix with Soul Blade is just as good.
True. But it's not as easy to get.
True.
Like, you just go, bam, Gold Soul Blade on Matthew. You just destroy everything except for the final boss and like a couple of the super bosses.
That's what happens when you have god tier weapon.
That'd kind of be like just picking up Ultimate Weapon the moment it shows up in the synthesis shop in Kingdom Hearts and just whacking everything.
You're not wrong.
Oh, Ultimate Weapon. I can only ever build like Save the Queen. Save the King and Ultimate Weapon have like a stupid way you have to go about building them. You have to level it up and then split it in half with the which I think is ridiculous because it made me stress out searching every single treasure chest.
Just like,
there was a week.
I need 13 of these orichalcum. What the
Yes.
crap? I only have 6.
It was... Alright, let me put it like this. I was level 99, and I was literally killing enemies and getting no reward, just trying to look for the treasure chests. Shout out to my first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2. I played it like 6 times, and I just ended up being level 99 because I was grinding to beat Sephiroth. I got him at like level 70-something. Mainly because if you challenge him under level 60, Sephiroth will smack your face in.
Well, it's largely just because he basically one-shots you.
Yes.
If you're, below that level.
Sigh. Sephiroth, please. And it doesn't help when you're on Proud Mode the second time and you go fight him at level 50 just to see where you're at, but you can't tell where you're at because he just one-shot you right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, if you gauge yourself next to Sephiroth, you should be fine. Like, if you can actually damage him, you're probably going to be able to beat the game.
Yes.
I just think that's funny. Because Ansem just is like, fall short. Or Sephiroth.
Honestly, I was surprised at how difficult Kingdom Hearts 2 was when playing on critical mode.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, literally Demi-X, even on like Proud and normal, can still randomly one-shot you.
Yes.
And it is freaking Demi-X.
Yes. I've been, when I decide to play Kingdom Hearts 2, I've been trying to get through critical data battles on, Final Mix. And those are tough. Holy crap, those are tough.
Shout out to Shadow Form being constantly happening whenever you try to go Drive Form in a Proud and Critical. Shadow Form during boss fights makes me want to kill myself.
I feel you. That inability to heal, though.
Oh my god. And then, like, your combos get stuck. Because you know how you're just stuck, you're standing there, and the boss is like, ha, watch me hit you with something, dead.
Yep.
It's only fun for when you're just randomly killing Heartless. Then it's like, ooh,
like
Shadow
when you're
Sora.
leveling Drive Forms, apart from the fact that going into anti-form, drains all of your drive gauge, which is bastardly. But apart from that, it is fun to go into anti-form just when fighting trash because you have cool animations and you do a decent amount of damage, but you have no health and you can't heal.
It's like Anti-form is like the Remnant Darkness in Sora's Heart, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Still not as cool as Shadow Riku, because Shadow Riku can heal.
True.
Shadow Riku did it first and better. Rip.
Keep in mind that, Riku in Days is ridiculously swaggy.
Solo's your life. He actually does pretty much solo your life. Like, you throw a Keyblade at him, he picks it up. It's freaking the memories of him from Sora's Heart, and he wields it. And it's like, oh, okay. Roxas takes it back. Riku still kicks your butt.
Oh, Riku.
Oh, why are you so much better than Sora? Poor Sora.
To be completely honest, Dream Drop Distance was way more fun as Riku.
I believe it. Riku's cool. Sora is...
that and, your special ability things with the Dreamy Spirits. Way cooler with Riku than they are with Sora. Sora, you do some mini game on the bottom screen and it does a super move. Riku, you go into frickin' drive forms and fly around and shit.
Oh, Riku. I like how his oldest appearance was in 2. He looks so old in 2 compared to the rest of everything.
Yes.
And he just has such swagger in 2, with his design.
Yes.
Hiss.
Same.
Oh, Kira, don't make me get on any chat and kill you. I mean, talk to you.
Murder is best waifu. Yeah.
So yeah, Kingdom Hearts, Golden Sun, great games.
Yes. Guys, go buy Golden Sun 1 from Nintendo Virtual Console so that, everyone, so that Nintendo's oh, there's totally interest. We should make a 4th game because the last game ended on a motherfucking cliffhanger.
Shout out to cliffhangers that screw you and mess with your head for the rest of the series because nothing happens. Literally, nothing happens. Also, go buy KH 1.5 and 2.5.
Shout out to Headcanon, the end of Golden Sun 3. Everyone just, falls into a black hole.
That's pretty much what they let you think. Oh man, it'd be funny if Felix was the only one that got into Smash.
That would be great, actually. Because everyone would be like, well, of course, first the fanboys would be like, what's with this Fire Emblem bullshit? Oh wait, he's not from Fire Emblem.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Just wielding Soul Blade and one-shotting.
You could have Mask Felix from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Normal Felix. There's tons of options.
Yeah. John C. Nice.
I try hard.
Oh man. Kira, please, don't do this to us. Like, you've given us time to talk about 2 games entirely.
Yep. Shout out to Jenna being a deadbeat mom.
Shout out to Reef leaving his sister with some random sailor.
Hey man, Piers.
And then
Piers.
forgetting about her. Shout out to Isaac speaking. Shout out to Isaac looking sweet as an adult.
Truth. Shout out to Iolio being like 30, while the rest of the party is teenagers.
Shout out to Amidi being the oldest of the teenagers and the only one who didn't know about sex.
Shout out to Ivan getting some because he has a kid.
Shout out to Ivan's kid having green hair.
Shout out to
Kieran,
Steven and Felix not showing up in Dark Dawn even though they were the power couple in the first 2 games.
shout out to the actually still banging. What are you talking about? Can't have that in an E-rated 10 and up game.
That's just what happened. Just right after the epilogue to the last stage, just infinite bang works.
Yes. Hey man, they have reduced aged. Means like they have like their stamina and prime years are now. Still now. Hey look, it's Kira-chan.
We got Kira confirmed.
Thank you, Kira, for joining. Don't make me come and get you. We all know how that ends. Me in prison, you in a hole in the ground. Alex just taking over the world.
Same.
Shout out to me being the first line of defense. If Alex takes over the world, I have to step up. More likely, I'll actually just join Alex.
Truth. He's making
All
a
right,
smart decision, by the way.
It'd be along the lines of, "Hey Alex, I don't want to fight you. Can I join you?" Casually takes over world.
Truth. Anyway, so we got Kira back.
All right, so you don't have to take a side. What do you think of their abilities, though? Kira, don't make me come over there. I'm taking that as a challenge.
I mentioned I wouldn't know what to say.
I said you don't have to take a side. I just want to hear your opinion of their abilities. Kira-chan, don't make groaning noises at me. Don't do this. Snakes don't groan. Neither do sloths. Actually, do sloths?
Kirei kotomine, blocking machine gun fire with black keys.
That reminds me of the gotcha video where it's like, keys again.
No, my other tab, it closed. I cried.
Kira, I'm sorry your Dojin closed, but can you please, no.
There's a time and place for everything, but not now.
If you don't know, we've been making jokes that you guys have been so long because you're all reading Dojin and hentai. Like, seriously. You guys were gone so long for 7-minute videos.
I like how Kellen's looking in the chat, but just, hasn't shown up.
That's because Kellen was about to say, eyes and solos. At least he has good taste in villains, I guess. Gotta have some sort of redeeming quality, am I right, guys? Alright, so, basically, I guess I'm looking at a document.
Yep.
Am I going to have to read for you, Kira, again?
If you want to.
If I want to?
If you want to. If you so
That feels
choose.
like...
It's literally like me listing.
You see, that ending statement is why it's a good battle, Kira. Honestly, I'd prefer to have all the cast here for this, but certain one
You're
is...
echoing so much.
I have no idea why. That means I'm speaking loud enough for that when someone's mic is projecting my noises with their speakers, that it's bouncing back into their mic.
Well, it's probably not mine because I actually have a headset on.
It's probably Alex's.
Oh, rip me.
Yeah, because my other mic is off, which is the Anti-Chat which I'm hosting with, so it's impossible for me to speak twice. So yeah, it has to be on someone else's end rather than mine, because I'm not echoing and I'm not talking loud. I mean, I laughed loud, but... Alright, so, honestly, anytime Kira says, if you want to, I feel like I'm being guilt-tripped because I can't resist the if you want to. Yeah. So, Kira believes that, it could go either way, and decided to write it down.
Yeah.
I really, really, really wished Lucas, Kellen, and Chris were here. Kyoya, my bad. Sorry. Shout out to me ruining the secret identities. For this, instead of me and Alex just stating the abilities and letting the audience decide, because that's essentially what the first 10 minutes of the actual debate part of this video was.
Silence.
Hi, Anonymous Leopard. It's a pretty cool name.
I mean, before you were Anonymous Mink, so...
Yeah, I know. I joined chat, so I wouldn't be anonymous anymore. Shout out to Google Docs making people anonymous. So, Kira, what you missed at the beginning was me and Alex actually stating the physical and capabilities and other abilities of Scar and Kirei. That was mainly for the audience, but if you want me and Alex to go into depth to what they could do, we can do that again.
I thought it was Wrath. Ah!
Kira? I love you, right? You're amazing. I love all the members in their own way. But please stop doing this. Why would I Alex.
Yeah?
She is just making it so hard for me today. Even Lucas doesn't make it this hard for me. Shout out to Lucas, wherever you are. Oh, Kira, please. Oh my god. I think we just gotta make this a part 2. Like, there's nothing wrong with making it a part 2. What do you think, Alex?
That's fine.
Yeah, considering that Kellen bailed and never came back. And Lucas is off with his booty call. There's no way he felt sick that quick. There's a 10-minute period where you start to ease into the not feeling well. And I know this is like universal. Because first you'll start getting irritable, and then you'll be like, okay, now I'm starting to feel like trash. And then it's like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So, yeah. Sorry, Anti-Chat guys, for being complete and utter disappointments in your life again. However, go buy Golden Sun. And go buy the HD remixes of Kingdom Hearts.
Non-profit advertising.
Yeah, well, I love Kingdom Hearts, and Golden Sun really needs the fan base.
You should sponsor us.
Yeah. Camelot. There are 2 people who still like Golden Sun out there. If you're anyone related to Camelot, hears this. Which they won't.
Just 2. That's it.
Yeah. Just us. Alright, so everyone, let's do our outros. Start with Kira, since she can't speak, apparently. The thumping translates to, I'm the Sloth Lord, Kira. also known as the Sloth God, on weekends, mainly on Sunday. Alex?
I am Alex, otherwise known as Leo, otherwise known as Alex, otherwise known as Leo, otherwise known as Alex, otherwise known as Leo, otherwise
Arcanus, otherwise known as Arcanus in Dark Dawn. Yeah, I had to interject there because there was going to be something coming, and I knew it. I just had to get mine in first.
Okay,
And it has, and it has been Amidi, Alex's son, actually Sasaki. Yes, no, my profile picture is not a trap for any of you thirsty people out there. That probably won't stop you, though. And